Taking out the fuel bowl on this 97 f250 Power Stroke. The reason why I'm doing that is put a brand new fuel pump in there and it was leaking. So go figure. Napa fuel pump. I'm not saying it's the Napa brand. It could have been something that I did. But anyway, the fuel pump, or before I take the fuel pump out, and you don't have to do this, but I find it a lot easier, and I'm just going to take the fuel bowl out, two 13mm bolts, like 1 minute, loosen up this fuel line right here. I don't touch this one until I'm ready to take the fuel pump out. This is not connected to the fuel bowl, and disconnect these two lines, two 14mm hoses right there, and then I loosen this. That's your fuel return. I start by draining the fuel bowl. I've already drained it, so now I'm going to close this off, and it's got a hose and it just goes right into that container right there. And that's pretty much ready to come out. It's like a 10-minute job. It's not that big of a deal. A lot of people make a big deal about it, but it's a lot easier to get to your fuel pump. And so that is how I'm going to take that out. And maybe I'll set this up over here. Maybe I won't. There's also a wire harness. Attached. I've loosened that. I've loosened the lower, so I can pretty much just pull that hose off. Now I've got the bottom here to deal with, and I got a fly on my leg. Too, for the fuel bowl. The old one went underneath it. You know what? I don't even think I'm going to use a screwdriver for that. I think it should just pull right off. I just took the fuel hose off for the drain, and that wasn't on there very good. There. Pulls right out of there. This pops up off the return line. Now I've got my wire harness to deal with. I got that plugged into the ICP. Come on. ICP's unplugged. Now I've got this side wire harness right here to deal with. Not that big of a deal. Let's see, there, that came out. So there's the whole fuel bowl taken out. I'll just set that off the side. There's really nothing that can fall off of that I can think of. Maybe a hose clamp, but yeah, there's the hose clamp right there. Set that off the side. Like I said, that's your supply. This is your return. That's your fuel pump. I spotted it leaking right down here, and so now we got to take it out and put in the riffraff that I've got. Had it on, long story short, is I ordered it and didn't use it. So we'll just leave it at that. This is I believe this is the ICP. That's something that I'm probably going to change today too. Just so that I can say I did. Yeah, don't know how to do that, so have to figure that out. This is your H-pop, high pressure oil pump. Let's hope that's not bad. And that's how I take the fuel bowl out. 97 OBS Power Stroke.